Furthermore, this openness is what sets up the primary foundation for this relationship. Porn! Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be discussing I Seriously Can't Believe You by Jimi Fumikawa. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe and get your BL library card for the BL library. Before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiling this manga, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. For those of you who decide to stick around, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to manipulation, commentary on a person's body weight, homomesia, mentions of breakups, not between the main couple, attempts to out someone, and a perceived relationship between an adult and minor, not between the main couple, as these things do appear in the manga. But if that's okay with you, let's go and get started. Aida is popular. Girls constantly surround him, but he's never had a girlfriend. This intrigues Kon and his friends, who are trying to figure out why such a handsome and popular guy is single. They ultimately end up at one conclusion: maybe he's gay. Unwilling to let go of his curiosity, Kon decides to confess to Aida, hoping to reveal whether or not he's gay. The confession ends in rejection, though Aida is very kind and considerate about it, which Kon is surprised by. Once again, Kon is only further entranced by Aida. However, what Kon doesn't know is that Aida is gay, and his sudden confession has started Aida on a spiral. Aida didn't know who Kon was before, but now that he's received his confession, Aida can't help noticing him no matter where they are. He's gone through great effort to hide his sexual orientation, including avoiding other men as much as possible. But for whatever reason, Aida just can't seem to escape Kon. I mean, Kon already confessed to him. Would it be so bad if Aida took the plunge and tried to get close to him in return? First off, the art on the cover is a bit deceptive. I was really drawn in by it. It's very smooth and clean. I love how expressive the characters are and how soft their designs are. Unfortunately, within the series itself, the style is very inconsistent and much more boxy than I would have expected. It's not the worst style, and it's actually very clean overall, but it's just not as nice as the cover might suggest. It's a bit disappointing, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. Just meter your expectations, and you will likely not be horribly disappointed. Personality-wise, however, I love these two. Kon is a bit airheaded and a ray of sunshine, while Aida is much more serious and cold. It's the good old funny man and straight man dynamic, which I love to see in BL. In the case of a romance like this, it makes Kon the key to opening up Aida, who has been hiding his true self and feelings. Unlike Aida, Kon is an open book. He's not afraid to put himself out there, even to the point of pretending to be gay in order to reach out to Aida. This is one of my favorite dynamics, and with their stark contrasting personalities, it adds to the humor as well as the volatility of the emotions. I love it. Furthermore, this openness is what sets up the primary foundation for this relationship. Porn! I adore this premise. The idea that Kon is willing to watch various types of porn in an effort to find Aida's preferences is hilarious and sexy, and sets the stage for how quickly these two grow to trust and rely on each other. While it is silly, it does remind me of one of my favorite titles, Golden Sparkle, which also dealt with high school boys exploring their sexuality together. I do think Golden Sparkle is more effective and well crafted, but if you like Golden Sparkle, I imagine this one will probably be right up your alley as well. I love how seriously Kon takes this task, keeping a journal of the various things they've watched together with a list of what I would call tags and Aida's reactions to each, which guide him on what he wants to show Aida next. It shows how endearing and caring Kon is as a friend, and that makes me love that goofball all the more. Unfortunately, as much as I like the premise and the characters, this ending is pretty lacking. Of course, the story builds up to them finally confessing that they actually like each other beyond friendship and ultimately consummating their relationship. However, it ends right after the act, which is really unfortunate. Granted, I am a very greedy reader, always looking for more, but it's so unfortunate that we see them pining for one another, have sex, confirm they want to be together, and then have it end right after. I would have loved to have seen them interact more as an official couple, but we don't see any of that. It ends on a high, but leaves me wanting so much more. Admittedly, if the art were better, I'd probably call this a favorite. The ending is a bit lackluster, but the premise and characters in this are so fun that it's hard not to enjoy it. It leaves me craving more from these two, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I imagine many people will either adore this title or hate it simply due to the ending. I ended up really enjoying it, and I think it's worth reading. It's a really good laugh, surprisingly emotional, and has just enough smut to keep my fellow degenerates interested. I'm a fan. So, have you read I Seriously Can't Believe You? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know in the comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!